Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. I'm your host, GQ. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Like this video, leave some comments on this video and the other videos that I've done. Share the video. Make sure you spread some of that Culture Junkies love around the world. Also, make sure you go over to our Twitch, subscribe to our Twitch channel so you can check out Culture Junkies live. Exclusively on Twitch on Wednesdays, as well as the other streamers that we've got working throughout the week playing video games, and do some other social media stuff later. Let's get right into what's in the box today. This one came in not too long ago. Order that I had to place. Something that I kind of wanted, because it was just one of those, I don't know, it's time to pull the trigger and purchase this thing. It was just something that I've kind of always wanted. So, opportunity came up, price was right. So I had to go ahead and pull the trigger. All right. Yep. Wise Jedi once said, always two there are. So I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a 2-for-1 again with the collectibles. Ooh, that's some weight. All right, there we go. Yep, cool. I don't see any pack and slip giving away any information you guys don't need. So I think we're pretty good there. Let's go ahead and, oh, there's the pack and slip. Yep, I know what it is. You guys don't need to see my address. Let's get bubbles out the way. Of course, I know exactly what they are. Keen-eyed viewers that have seen me unbox something similar before kind of has a probably good an idea as to what these are. Those velvet. God, I love those velvet bags they put these things in. As some of you know, I've got a pretty extensive collection of WWE title belts. So there was two that were kind of, you know, left, two holes in the collection. So now these two holes have been filled. Let's start off first with this one. Oh, of course you're upside down. Well, that's all right, no big deal. So yeah, this one is, you know what, I'm just gonna open it. No, there's no point in trying to give it too much fanfare and big to do. Let's just go ahead and get it open. Because it's a long time coming, and it's something that I've always just kind of needed to get. So I was like, you know what? Now's the time to get it. WrestleMania happened not too long ago, and for those of you that don't know, when WrestleMania or any of the big pay-per-views are around, WWE likes to do massive discounts on their title belts. So this one was no exception. So I was like, you know what? Discounted price is right. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger and get this bad boy. So, and it's also pretty apropos that a returning superstar, well, yeah, I guess it technically is a returning superstar. It went back to WWE. Cody Rhodes, also known as the American Nightmare from AEW, decided to go back to WWE after leaving AEW. Time was just right for him, I guess. You know, it's like, look, you went to another place, raised your clout, and so he came back. Cody Rhodes is actually the WWE superstar that is responsible for bringing back what, in my opinion, is the best looking version of the Intercontinental Championship belt. And that is the gold with white. I just always thought that was just a really, really good look. And as you can see, this belt, of course you'll get the photos, this belt is amazing. It looks outstanding. It's my favorite version of it, to be honest. So it was really cool that Cody Rhodes came, you know, was able to get them to bring this particular belt back. And in doing so, and of course I made it, so it was a replica that needed to be made. And this is it. This is one of my favorite belts, honestly, as far as just the look and how clean it looks. And of course, with it being a white belt, we'll get that blue off of there later. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting keeping that one clean. But you know, GQ, I'm a avid collector of different things, so there's no way in the world I'm gonna let this thing get dirty. It probably will never really leave the dungeon. It'll probably stay here. I won't even take it to the live events or any of that sort of thing, which I've done in the past with the other belts, but they're darker colored belts, so it's easier for them to stay kind of looking good. This one being white, it'll be a lot harder to keep clean. So, but yeah, that's the first title that I picked up. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop that back in the bag for a moment. Seems like they've actually improved these belt bags a little bit too. They're a good fit to it before, but they seemed like they were always just a little bit too small. Now it seems like they made them just a little bit oversized, so you can get the belt in there nice and easy. So definitely pleased with that one. That one looks amazing and looks great. Set it off to the side for a moment, and we'll get to the other belt now. Let's see, yep, it is upside down for you guys. Let me go ahead and rotate. And while I'm rotating, I'm gonna tell you guys a little quick story about this one. Now, I'm trying to make it quick. Once upon a time, WrestleMania came to Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. And I went to that show with a couple of my friends, and actually a girl I was dating at the time as well. So we went to the show. And I told myself before I went in, I am buying a replica belt. I had to have one. It was gonna be my first replica belt. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I've been looking at them for all this time and I've never bought one. We're at WrestleMania. I'm leaving WrestleMania with a replica belt. I don't care which one it is. Now, the belt that I ended up getting was the John Cena spinner belt. And the only reason I got that belt was because it was unique at the time. It was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like how it looked and everything. But there was one other belt who my favorite wrestler actually was winning at that WrestleMania. Undertaker. Favorite wrestler of all time, always has been, even all the way back when he debuted in 1990 as the Survivor Series. He was a bad guy. I didn't care. I liked the character of The Undertaker. So he was actually winning this title belt because at that point, it was a given. Taker is going to WrestleMania. He's winning whatever match he's in. He was up for the title up against Batista, actually. I think it was Batista. Could be getting that wrong. But, you know, I'm pretty sure it was Batista. But anyway, he was winning the title that night. So, he was going for the world title, which of course is the old WCW title. Now, I told myself, get the belt that Taker's winning. You know, it's a win-win. But once I saw the spinner belt up close, in person, right there at the stand so I could buy it, I was like, you know what? That WCW belt will be around. I'll get it later. Fast forward however many years that's been, at least more than 10. Here it is. I finally decided to get the WCW World Heavyweight title, which has always been a really, really nice looking belt. It has always just had a nice, cool look to it. I mean, of course, worn by greats like Ric Flair, Goldberg, Hollywood Hulk Hogan before they spray painted it with the NWO spray paint and turned it into the NWO title or whatever. But always been a really cool looking belt. Also, once the two federations were merged and Vince McMahon owned WCW and Booker T came over, famously worn by Booker T. In a sense, that's because it's a big giant belt buckle looking belt. Kind of looked like Booker T because it kind of covered up his trunks completely. Kind of looked like Booker T was wearing the belt and nothing else. So yeah, certain people probably shouldn't just wear the belt or just, you know, wear the belt with just their trunks. But yeah, as you guys can see, it is big gold, you know, looking giant belt, but it's a classic design. It's always been very cool. Again, like I said, you'll get the close-ups and the shots, but I mean, that, you know, that gold design with the simulated rubies in it, it's always just been a great looking belt. So I've always liked that. So those are the two titles. You'll get shots of them, again, like I said. I'm just going to keep this one a little bit shorter because, again, there's not a ton of stuff that's in the box, but what's in there is awesome. And again, you know, I know some people out there are not wrestling fans. Oh, wrestling is fake and all that other sort of thing. You know what? It's predetermined. It's not fake. I mean, you can't fake gravity. Somebody is getting picked up. Somebody is getting slammed to the ring. Yes, it's already, you know, it's fixed in the sense that they know who's going to win before they go out there and all that other sort of thing, which makes it even funnier that you can bet on it at some of the sports books at casinos. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's fun entertainment. I mean, as Vince McMahon coined the phrase, sports entertainment. It's fun to watch. I enjoy it. You know, nobody gets, you know, there's a lot of other things that I've seen people go crazy for in their fandom that I find wrestling just entertaining. I always have, always will. Regardless of what the product is like now, some people don't like it. Whatever. I went to their live event when they were here in town recently, and I had a ball. It was fun. You know, regardless of whether or not I care, you know, as much about the characters as I did during the quote-unquote Attitude Era, it doesn't really matter. I enjoyed myself, and you know, it was a $45 ticket, and I was, you know, basically lower bowl, you know, clearly not ringside or anything like that. But if floor seats were available, but if I'd have paid for floor seats, I would have been standing up for 3 hours, and I didn't want to do that. So lower bowl was perfect, and I had a perfect, you know, view of the ring. I might even, you know, post little clips, no sound, of me being at the show, because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike from WWE. That's definitely something we do not need. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed myself, and that's the name of the game. You're out there, you only live once. You got to have fun while you're here. So definitely enjoyed myself. And so for the WCW heavyweight title and of course the WWE Intercontinental title, that's what was in the box today. Also, hey, just in case, I mean, if you're not a wrestling fan, make sure you're a Culture Junkies fan. And make sure you support us by going over to our Patreon page and be like our awesome Culture Junkies level patrons and above. DeMarcus Smith, Fab Nerd Life, Nanette, the Iguana Man, and the other Steve. We appreciate you guys for supporting us. For as little as $1 a month, you can support a Culture Junkie. Not even $1 a day, like those greedy charities. They know who they are. Asking for $1 a day, man, that's a lot of money. But for $1 a month, it's more reasonable. You know, anybody can handle that. So we appreciate you guys, whether, you know, you're supporting us through Patreon or subscribing to our Twitch. We appreciate the support, leaving comments in our videos, subscribing to our YouTube, which of course is free. Appreciate all of that, how, you know, just you guys being on this awesome journey with us. So once again, for the WCW title and the Intercontinental title, I'm GQ, and I'll see you guys next time.